Hello, everyone, and welcome to Trading Bitcoin. And first of all, congratulations to everyone who have listened yesterday. As we said, show caution at 40,000. Just let me play you this quick clip from yesterday. We are going a little bit sideways, which correlate with my model. As you remember yesterday, I told you that my model predict that 40,000 might be the first point we face some resistance. Based on that, I believe this bull run from the halving will increase 1,000%, but some more conservative people might calculate that this bull run started from the March lows and that we hit that already. So there you go. I'm sorry for the um, video quality there. I'm not at my office, so I have limited gear. And anyway, let's look at the price today. And also, congratulations to everyone who found this video, because today I'm going to share with you that price model which predicted this dump or kind of warned about this dump. I won't say I predicted it, but we said that we wanted to show caution here because it might be a top. So congratulations to everyone who followed that advice. But what can we say about Bitcoin now in the near future? We are searching for a low. We had a huge dump here. I'm not overly worried because we had people trying to create this blow off top every Sunday now for a few weeks, and today they somewhat succeeded. So what I believe is at one point we're going to face enough resistance for us to turn the trend again. Um, Possibly. I don't know how deep we have to go. Some people are talking about 35,000. So this is resistance here, and this is resistance here. Then we have resistance here at 30 to 31,000, a little bit here, and then at 28, 29. 30. So we could make a resistance box here. So today I am going to share with you something that might change your entire view on Bitcoin and kind of see the big picture. And maybe this can help you determine what to do next if you want to get out here and take your profits, or if you want to stay in as with the on the for the long run. All right, here we are taking a look at my price model for Bitcoin and for predicting the future of Bitcoin. Maybe this can make you a little bit more calm and keep you from panicking now that we're seeing a little bit of a correction. So what happens with Bitcoin is that every fourth year it gets twice as expensive to make it as something that is called the block size is halved or cut in half. This rewards miner with less Bitcoin. We're not going to get too technical on that. But just remember that every fourth year it's gonna uh, make it twice as expensive to make Bitcoin, more or less. That's not completely true, but it's gonna reward each block's gonna reward half the size. So the next halving going to happen here in 2023. So that is just in 3 years. I think it's around March. So we're just going to make this for kind of future references. So let's go through a Bitcoin history. First halving happening. Okay, it get twice as expensive. This create a bull run. This bull run is 9,000%. And then there is a blow off top, and the price is $200. It bottoms out at $200. Remember when the halving started? It started at $12. Now it bottomed out at $200. So Bitcoin is quiet for a little while. there is some network effect going on. You can see this blue line. It's a combination of the network effect. The network effect is me telling you about Bitcoin, you telling someone else about Bitcoin, and this is exponential. And this is actually what drives the price of Bitcoin upwards until, because what happened here is that it go up too fast, too quickly, and everyone that wanted to buy Bitcoin and heard about Bitcoin were not willing to pay more for it, so the price dropped until the smartest people in the world realized that the halving is getting closer, and they start to buy Bitcoin. This is a halving hype, this blue line. The halving happened, and we have another halving hype here. Um, yeah, this is not the halving hype. This is probably the halving hype. This is just something else happening. So then we have something called the miner dump, because everyone were expecting the price to just skyrocket, just like as it did in the last halving. But that didn't happen quick enough. So a lot of miners had bought extra gear. A lot of them had mined with maybe a deficit, so they had to dump all their um, all their Bitcoin that they've been accumulating. And after that dump, then we have that triggered the bull run for the second halving. So this bull run was 3,000%. So here we have, and then remember this bull run started at $500, it bottomed out at 3,000, yeah, roughly $3,000. And now we are at uh, the halving of 2020, and there was the halving hype here. This is probably due to the China-US relations, Hong Kong, and all this. So, and also that we bottom out. This is the minor bull run of 2019. Then we had the March lows here. Then we had the halving. Everyone was expecting the price to go up. No, everyone was waiting for the miners to get in trouble. That never happened. And right around here, people didn't want to wait anymore. So we had the first break of the 10,000. Then we went a little bit back down. And now we are in the current run up or bull run, which is about that it's going to probably be about 1,000%, and this is why I said that we might see a resistance or a correction at 40, as the most conservative people will take that 1,000, because everyone can see this pattern. This is not a very hard pattern to see, and everyone who knows Bitcoin and knows how it works, they are confident in this model. So I bought Bitcoin first time roughly around, yeah, here was the first time, 2017, kind of way into the bubble. My family bought Bitcoin around here, so that's sort of an example of the network effect. Then it blew off top. I had my stop loss after I had it set here at 10,000 after we had the blow up top. So here I sold, unfortunately, all my Bitcoins. I forgot about Bitcoin for a very long while until I saw a video on YouTube with Tone Ways right around the halving. So I got back around here on 8,000. Then I've been buying slow and steady all the way through, and I even bought up here at around 30, 31, 35, a little bit. So that is fine. I am not worried because we are going here. This run is probably gonna end up around one 100,000 is, or 90,000 is sort of where I'm looking to for this run to sort of end, maybe, because since everyone see this pattern now, then there is the chance that this bull run will never end, that it sort of just will go to 100,000 and stay at 100,000. So in my mind, the risk is not for this bubble to burst, because then I know there comes a new bubble here. Because everyone, the way it works is that because everyone um, knew that this bubble happened, and we were at a higher point than the starting point down here of that bubble. Everyone who knows that could see that this will take us above the previous height of the previous bubble. So that's just how bubbles works. I mean, the next bubble is always going to be larger than the current bubble because of psychology. Because if this bubble were underneath this bubble, then people would still think there was potential and money to be made. So some people would have bought it, and we all know that we love to blow to buy the break of the all-time high. I mean, this is what people have been doing now. It's just been going upwards and upwards and upwards until it doesn't. So when we get close to the all-time high, that's when you see we start to get to go exponential, and just break when we break through it, then it really just takes off. So the next bubble will always be larger than the previous bubble. So that's why we are not worried if this bubble is bursting. What we are worried about is this bubble not bursting, because then we can't get into the game. If this bubble bursts, then we can always buy more back down, probably going down here, and then we can wait for the next halving. And the next halving, it's only going to increase by 300%. But if we if we stay at um, if we stay at 20,000, and then we're still good. Say if we only went to 40 now, and we went back to 30, and then then we go to the next bubble here in just 3 years, and we go to 100,000. What's the problem? There is no problem. We're just happy if this bubble bursts, because that means we can buy at lower levels and we can make even more money in 3 years. If we look at the housing market, the same thing is there. The next bubble is always larger than the previous bubble. It's just the way the economy works. It's true for the stock market. We're at all-time highs. It's true for the real estate market. We're at all-time highs. It's true for gold. It's true for everything, unless there is a black swan event. And a black swan event can happen. So that's something you need to be aware of. But the big risk is staring you in the mirror. That's the guy you're looking at in the mirror. It's you who are the big risk. I mean, the market does what the market have always have done. It's creating the next bubble. And in Bitcoin, the super advantage we have here is that we know there's going to be a bubble every fourth year. You don't know that in other markets. You just try to predict the bubble there is really hard. In Bitcoin, it's super easy. It's all the big money, of course, the people who have studied finance and economics, of course, they see this. They would be really stupid if they didn't see this, if they studied. I mean, for the average guy to open the chart, to look at the logarithmic scale and to do all this is not that easy. So don't feel bad about that if you haven't figured out this by yourself. But for the guy who studied economics, this should be super easy. It's clear as day. So the only thing that can kill Bitcoin is a black swan event, like governments putting people in jail for uh, owning Bitcoin, and I don't think that will happen because it's too big. We already passed Visa, we already passed J.P. Morgan. This thing is here to stay. So don't worry about the price. The price doesn't matter. The price only matters when you're buying and when you're selling. So if you're not selling or if you're not buying, then the prices don't matter. So just keep that in mind. And And if I own two Bitcoin, if the price go down, I still own two Bitcoin. If the price go up, I still own two Bitcoin. It doesn't matter. It only matters if you're gonna buy or if you're gonna sell. So don't be worried about price. Just be um, careful and buy a set amount every time you can afford it, or at the a schedule that fits you. Like every Friday, put in a little. Every Thursday, or then every month. Just do what help you. And there is one more thing I want to tell you here, and that is the length of the bull run. Because when you are buying and selling, there is two time, there is two axes. There is the time, and there is the price. So time also matters. Remember that. Always remember that time matters. And if you see here, the orange lines here, they are the ones that it started from the start of the bull run to the end of the bull run. So, okay, we can shrink this a little bit here. Um, and then we see the same thing here. Maybe the bull run didn't start here, but before we're gonna call it from here. So then you see they are about the same length. Even the second bull run here is kind of longer than the because this is time. So that was from like 16th of December to 8th of January the following year. So it was 1 year of a bull run after this halving. And then we had on this, it was from 4th of January, a double bubble, which people, by the way, are predicting that is what we're going to see this time, that it's going to be exactly like, or not exactly, but like 2012, that's what everyone's saying, a double bubble. Because we are in a bubble, don't get mistaken by this. It's clearly a bubble, and then it is back where we are now as well. And so it started here at 7th of January, and it ended in November the before, so almost a year as well. This one was a little bit longer. The line here is if you measured it from the halving to the top. Was also longer in 2016, and so here the bubble really started popping when we passed. So there is if we zoom in at the current situation, so we can just kind of see it a little bit better. Um, so you can say it started here, but we came down again, so it didn't really take off before here. So that puts us to December in this year. So almost no November, that the bubble's going to end in November. If it's going to be the same length as the two other bubbles, if we put more conservative, then the bubble is going to burst in August. And if we take it from the halving, um, which was around here in May, oh, we have it in April here. No, May, 4th of May. I don't remember the exact date, but that doesn't matter too much. So here we have the most conservative. If we take it from the halving to the top of the bubble, um, then the most conservative is that the bubble is gonna end in the summer. And guys are worried about the bubble ending here in December. No, come on. I don't believe we're going to see the bubble burst just halfway through the bubble, that this bubble will be twice as short as the other bubble, considering the situation we are currently in. No, I'm pretty sure. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just saying what I'm thinking out loud. And I'm pretty sure that what we're seeing is someone trying to scare us, dumping a lot of Bitcoin on the market to try to buy it back cheaper. That's but see this small candle here compared to all these. Don't get scared here. Come on. You will be tested, and you will be tested harder than this. If you think this is a test, 11% dump, then you're not going to make it in Bitcoin. You are going to be tested much, much harder. Everyone who ever owned Bitcoin through one of these bubbles know that. But over time, Bitcoin shows that it's going up, and we are going up. We are changing everything. If you think about the internet, it have changed every aspect of your life, but it have not touched finance. And that is what Bitcoin is going to do. Bitcoin is the Netflix of finance. It's going to be disruptive. Some people, there's going to be the largest redistribution of wealth that we've seen in the modern time. Don't miss out on this. At least have some $10, $20, something like that. Don't miss out on this. That's my whole reason for doing this, is so people won't miss out on this huge opportunity. But do not invest money which you cannot afford to lose, because to go through all these emotions that you are going to face when you're in cryptocurrency, you are going to have to battle with yourself if you put in more than you can actually. You should put an amount that you don't care about. That's what you should do, but you should own some. All right, let's look a little bit at the price again. We are bouncing up over this line. Whales are buying back again. They started the buyback, most likely, or that's why I'm not giving you financial advice, but that's what I think they're doing. Um, so just remember that the next bubble is larger than this bubble, and the risk is the guy that's looking back at you in the mirror. That's the risk. He's a risky fella. He'd have all these kind of crazy thoughts. So let's. I'm getting a lot of questions about where to buy crypto. I would recommend for new beginners eToro, for like very small amounts to get started with trading. And I would recommend Coinbase if you're going to buy larger amounts. And then I also, for very, very experienced people, I recommend Bybit and Feebit. Femex. I'm going to leave a link down below in the descriptions for that, and I do get a commission out of that, but I'm going to give all that to the subscribers of this channel in form of Steam keys or Bitcoin. I'm not here for the money. I'm here to educate and to help people get into crypto and to promote Bitcoin and share my thoughts. And my thoughts are that we're going to see the largest redistribution of wealth in modern time. And I want as many of the people, of ordinary people, to be part of that. So have $10, $20, just have something in Bitcoin. So we are going to look at eToro just briefly. It's a fun program. It's not meant for serious amount of money. If you do good, people will follow you, and you will make money out of their. If they follow you and you do trades, then they will do the trade you do automatically, and you'll make a commission out of that. So if you do well over time with small amounts of money, that can grow into to large amount of money. So we're going to go Bitcoin trade. So this is for instant trading. This is just a virtual account. So you can play around with this. I'm not going to show you my real account here because I don't want to give the impression that I'm in YouTube to get followers on eToro. So you can choose between units or amount. So if you click amount, then it's in dollars. So the minimum is $25 for a trade. Yeah, here is dollars. So let's do the minimum, which I recommend people to start with. So this is for just buying now at the spot price. So we open the trade and then we go to portfolio. So of course you need to deposit some money here. So now you have a trade going. You start off as the penalty because there is a spread between the buying and selling price about for about 0.75%. So go watch my buy the whale dip video, and because you need a little bit of movement. So this is why Bitcoin is perfect for this program. And you're only dealing with small amounts and you're not in leverage trades. Because remember, like if you go Phoenix and Bybit, they will tempt you to do leverage trades, which is, I think, like 90% of new traders get wrecked. So stay away from that unless you are very experienced. Also, Coinbase is good if you're just buying larger amounts for holding. They don't have any fees if you use bank wire or anything like that. But yeah, let me show you how to set a stop loss here. So this is not meant for big money. This is just for fun and for kind of doing well over time and get people to follow you and stuff like that. So it can be a fun way to get introduced to trading um, without making it too serious, since there is no leverage. So we click trade. No, we're going to our portfolio, of course. Portfolio, I'm going to show you how to set the stop loss. So what you might want to do is go in here, set a stop loss. Then you go set stop loss here. So you can do amount and then say, okay, if I'm going to lose like half, $10, then please, if it drops like that's like over 50%. So then you can set your stop loss here, or you can choose another. You can also do it at the price. So you say, okay, if the price drops to 30,000. Oh, you can't. You need to. You can't set it all the way up at 30,000 because the minimum is like 25% drop. So we're gonna set this as the stop loss. So this is like, okay, if it drops 25%, then we are selling. It's just when you're dealing with this small amount of money at no leverage, then 25% isn't that much. So then you just let it run, and hopefully you make some money. And now let's see the other kind of trade we can do with this, which is an order. So we go trade, we go buy, and we're not buying for $5,000. No, thank you. We're gonna buy here, so we're gonna go trade, order. We're gonna go order, of course, and then we're gonna set. You know, if you watch the buy the whale dump video, um, then we're gonna set it like 10% under, and then we're gonna do 25 here. Set order, and then we're gonna put up another one. Of course, I'm just picking numbers at random now, but so that rate at 30,000. If it drops down there, we're gonna buy for $50. This is just an example. So now we have two sets. So if the price drops a lot, those orders gonna trigger, and we're gonna buy, and hopefully we're gonna pump right up again. But remember, watch the buy the whale video, because it's not in all situations you can actually use that tactic. So let's watch our portfolio to see what we're going to do when we want to sell our position. Of course, I wouldn't like to sell it yet because I'm not in a profit yet, but I'm just going to show you, because you don't click trade and then sell. You click your order and then you click this cross. And then it says close trade and you click this. That's what you do when you're going to sell. So I hope that was helpful for the people who just want to start a little bit dabbling in trading. So we can see if there is someone here we could kind of like follow or something. So we can choose this guy. We can watch his stats. We can see for how long he's been trading. So he's up quite a lot this year. And no, he's not doing too well right now. It seems he did okay in. Oh, I can't scroll really here. He did okay in 2019. So you just need to watch people score, and then you just click copy, and do not do 25. Say you do want to copy this guy, and you would be careful to. Okay, so I had to add $120 to copy this guy. So now every trade he does, I also do. I'm not sure if this is a good guy to copy, but we don't have time to look for that. So and we are back pumping, which is great. Let's just keep pumping back up again. So I think that's it for today. I'll do another video with the Coinbase and the Phoenix and all that later. I think we just want to get this video out now to keep people from panicking. And remember to like and subscribe to the channel. That's everything I ever ask for is for likes and subscribes and share the video if you can, because the more people that knows about crypto and is in the crypto community, the better it is for everyone. So bye for now, and I hope I've been helpful and added some value for you.